Hey folks, you're never going to believe this. I've been invited to compete in my first ever chainsaw carving competition. So, as quite the newbie that I am, I thought you might enjoy a video about my beginner kit and just what it takes to even get started. So, let's flip the camera around and we'll start down here. I'm getting packed and thinking about what I'm going to need. Let's start up here with safety gear. Protect your hands, wear your chaps, ear protection. That's got a face screen. I find especially when you're sanding, you can get a lot of sawdust in your eyes. So I even have a pair of swimming goggles there and a buff. Cover your hair. And down here, let's see. So basics, of course, chainsaw carving. You need a saw. And well, there's a million videos online about which saws and which bars and what you need. So far, all I've got here is my 16-inch stock 3/8 pitch bar for the Cobalt. That's your stock bar. And today I just bought an 18-inch Oregon low pitch. I'm hoping this is going to help me out with this competition. And I got some gear to sharpen those with in the field. Now, if you've never gotten into chainsaws before, then you wouldn't know that different saws, different chains need different size sharpeners. So I also had to pick up a sharpener for my new little steel. And I'm having a great time with this thing. I got some backup chains, and the thing I love about these steel sharpeners, they're just kind of really easy for the beginner, and they have the flat file in the middle to lower your rakers at the same time. And then back here, and then over here, we've got our other power tools. This thing's kind of essential. Angle grinder, I've got some paint, and I've got my drill, I've got some bits for hogging out and doing some finer work. I've also got a Dremel over there. I'm not too sure about this sander, but it's probably going with me. And I did, like you guys told me I'd need to, I did buy a second battery. And it's actually got a little bit more oomph than the one that came with the package. So that should give me a little more run time. So what else? Oh, don't forget your bar oil. I'm running electric, so all I need is bar oil. If you go with gas, then you have to not only have gas, you have to mix it with oil, and it has to be the right mix, and you have to have a way to store all of this. And of course, you can't just throw your chainsaws in the cab of your truck. And that's what I want to be able to do. So I've gone electric so far, and I'm actually enjoying it. Don't like messing with gas. I've got my Dremel and a bunch of bits. I've got a bunch of flap sander discs and such for the angle grinder. Some backup safety gear. I'm hoping to get a compressor. That's obviously something it's nice to have to blow all the sawdust off your piece and off yourself. And let's see, what else do we got here? Random stuff. Oh yeah, let's talk about fire. You're going to want fire to burn your piece. That helps close up the fibers and preserve the wood. And I think it looks really cool. And then you've got some finishes there. I've got an oil and a varathane. And, or a varnish, whatever that is. It's not varathane. And then I've got some marking tools. I got my ruler. I've got a whole handful of Sharpies. And power, of course. And some random hand tools, just in case. Oh, and then one more thing that you need if you want to be a chainsaw carver. This one is really important. Space. You need space where you can be messy because you're not just throwing sawdust, you are throwing chain oil all over the place. Ask me how I know. And then this guy right here, this jaw horse is my extra set of hands, kind of like some people say, you know, you need an extra brain. Well, I need an extra set of hands on a regular basis, and this jaw horse is amazing for that. Heavy duty. You can pop a log in here and start sawing away, and it just holds everything. It's really helpful. I also find under here I've got a bench sander and a scroll saw and a hacksaw, that kind of thing. But in any case, that's the kind of thing you need to get started even. And for every tool I get, I swear, 3 more go on the list. So it's an expensive hobby, but I hear that if you're really good at carving, you can sell your carvings. So let's give it a try. Thanks for watching.